Welcome to 50 Somethings, and welcome to Janson's Coffee Farm, located in Volcan, Panama, in Chiquiri Province, at an average altitude between 1,350 and 1,700 above sea level. The land combines planting areas with 200 hectares of a private nature reserve, including wetlands, a vital habitat for a large variety of birds and wildlife. From these first images and video, you can see that Gary and I got to explore the beautiful garden areas of Janson's Coffee Farm while we waited for our friends Howard and Cindy to arrive before we began our coffee tour. Once they arrived, we decided to take the complete coffee tour, which takes approximately 2 hours and costs $40 per person. That tour includes the processing and roasting tour, as well as the tasting experience, which is a pour-over coffee experience, allowing you to sample 5 of the coffees that are grown and processed here at Janson's farm, including 2 varieties of the world-famous geisha coffee. We really enjoyed this location. It's a beautiful place to visit. The coffee is incredible and the people are very friendly. As always, we want to thank you for joining us for another one of our adventures and also for joining 50 Somethings. If you are new to our channel, we really appreciate you. It helps us to grow. Thank you for being part of 50 Somethings. Enjoy the video.
The person who is in charge of this part of the farm needs to weigh the coffee bean, the red beans. We just pick red beans, no yellow, no greens, just red beans. Every basket, the capacity is 300 pounds.
Wow.
So in every basket, in front of the basket, we have a board. This board means every hole is 300 pounds. So with that, we just move the chains around the board so we know how many pounds we are receiving during the day. When they weigh the coffee, this pool is going to be filled with water. So all the coffee goes inside in this pool. So the coffee goes through that canal. I don't know if you can see it, through that canal, right? And all the coffee goes inside the canal and goes up to the siphon through the pipe, through the gray pipe over there. Can you see it?
Sí.
Okay, so all the coffee goes inside the siphon. In the siphon, we have a filter. The filter is gonna catch all the small leaf or small branches or stones. After that, all the coffee goes to this machine. We call it despulpadora. What does it mean? Despulpadora means we're gonna take off skin and pulp of the coffee.
Despulpadora.
Despulpadora. Yeah. So let's go to that side. This one is the filter. Okay, that part is the filter. This machine is despulpadora. The despulpadora take off the skin and pulp. I'm going to talk about first Caturra and Catuai, 2 different plants. The Caturra and Catuai, we blend them to make Janson, the Janson family coffee, the red bag or the green bag. Do you know the bags already?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show you in the tasting. Okay, so we blend those plants to make the Janson family coffee. But when we take off that skin of the Caturra and Catuai, we collect it in that basket. And we use that skin and pulp to make compost for the nursery and the coffee plantation.
So you don't waste anything?
No, we don't waste anything. We reuse the water, we reuse the skin and pulp, and we also reuse the parchment. I'm gonna let you know later about the parchment when we are in the patio, okay? So everything here works with water. We fill these canals with water also, and all the coffee that are floating in the canal are the coffee that we use to make Café del Fino. Del Fino is also a blend. but it's more commercial. It's caturra, catuai, and geisha, but just with small beans. The beans that are in the bottom of this canal are the beans that we use to make the Janson family coffee. In here, we separate the beans by sizes. After that, all the coffee goes in those small pools. So when the coffee is in the pool, we're going to take that coffee and we're going to put it in the patio to dry. In the patio, the coffee is going to be there between 11 to 17 days.
Wow.
Or until the beans has 11% of humidity inside. That's what we need. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the geisha. It's the same process. We have geisha is another plant, but we have two different processes for the geisha. We have geisha wash and we have geisha natural. So when we do the process with the geisha wash, we collect that skin of the geisha, the skin and pulp, to make geisha cherry tea, which is very, very sweet. Okay?
Okay.
You might like that. Okay.
We're going to taste the geisha cherry tea in the tasting also.
Awesome.
Okay? So let's go to the other machine over there. That one is just for a natural process.
Delfino coffee drying right here. Until it gets to 11% humidity.
Yeah, it looks like a nuts.
What kind is this one?
This one is the Janson.
Janson
Janson.
coffee.
Uh-huh. That's why we use parchment as a fuel.
Wow. So you burn the parchment in these.
Exactly in here. So all the heat goes through this part, and the coffee is gonna be inside the drum. And we dry the coffee inside. These four big ones are for a wash process. Just for a wash process. We have two small over there are for a natural process. Okay?
These next few stills are the part of the tour where they take you to the roasting section. And this is where they do all the roasting, the various different types of roast, medium roast, dark roast, and where they also bag the coffees. This was a really neat portion of the tour and the last part of the tour before we get to go to the tasting room.
I want you to smell it. You have the wheel of flavors right here. So you can help yourself to find the flavors in here. I'm gonna start with Cindy. Cindy, here you are.
Okay, here I'm gonna pass to you next.
What do you smell?
A lot.
Any specific aroma?
I'm not that good. I smell coffee.
Okay. Karine?
I almost smelled a nuttiness.
Okay, it's nutty. My dripper. For this coffee, for the Janson's family coffee, I use ceramic dripper or a glass dripper. I do not use plastic. Okay? And I use a filter number 1. Why number 1? Because this one is thicker than the number 2. So that's why I use number 1. This filter is gonna help me to catch the oily part of this coffee. Okay? The temperature that I'm using right now is 91 Celsius. 91 Celsius. In the coffee plantation, the first thing that they have to do is to weigh the coffee. They need to know how many pounds they are receiving in that moment. So when they collect all that coffee, they bring the coffee to this building over there. That one, we call it wet mill. In that wet mill, we weigh the coffee again and we process the coffee. For example, for this coffee, which is Caturan Catuai, we take off the skin and pulp. With that skin and pulp, we use it to make compost for the nursery and the coffee plantation. Okay? This is the coffee. We dry this coffee in the patio between 11 to 17 days or until the bean has 11% of humidity. In the dry mill, we have a machine. Through the vibration, the machine is gonna take off this parchment. After that process, we have people there that classify the beans by hand. After they do that, they pack the coffee again, and the coffee is gonna be there for 3 or 4 months. After that, we can roast the coffee. Okay? That's the process. I have a lot of bubbles here. That means that the coffee is fresh. If the coffee has no bubbles, it's not fresh.
It smells so good. You're giving us
It
a great
smells
morning.
chocolate, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure, welcome. So now I'm going to warm up the wine glass.
coffee in the background there. It's just almost a deep amber.
Okay. Here you are. First.
I think that Howard was interested in.
Okay, so when the geisha, okay, where the geisha comes
Cherry.
from?
Okay.
Where the geisha comes from?
It's the same. Where does it come?
The plant. Where the geisha plant comes originally?
I'm thinking probably Japan.
For the name, no.
I don't know.
This plant comes from Ethiopia.
Okay.
There is a place in Ethiopia called Geisha. That's why the name of Geisha. So in 1953, Costa Rica was the first country that brought geisha. Costa Rica in 1953. Okay.
Interesting.
This geisha, the wash, is more herbal, is more floral, is tea-like. Okay. Smell it. I'm gonna check the temperature of my water. Dripper, because I wanna get all the fruity part of that coffee. That's why I'm using plastic.
So it brings out
this
different
one?
flavors. Okay.
For this one, remember glass of ceramic or ceramic, and a filter number 1.
Okay.
For the geishas, for this geisha and this geisha, I'm gonna use plastic and a filter number 2, because the number 2 is thinner, the paper is thinner, as you can see. It's very thin.
I am learning so much.
There's such a science to all this. It's amazing.
Tea-like.
Yes.
In the floral part is jasmine.
Oh, nice.
In the herbal is lemongrass, but at the same time you can find chocolate, lemon, almonds.
So this is the wash or the natural? The
Wash.
Okay.
Wash. Do you know how do I get the right amount of milliliters of water? I'm using, remember, 18 grams of ground coffee. I'm going to multiply the 18 grams for 17.
Okay.
That's why I get the right amount of water in here. Every time when we do a pour over, we multiply the grams for 17.
I like how steams the glasses.